Fortnite just had a massive update adding invisibility gauntlets, shockwaves, flare guns, and so much more, as well as a rank reset, and then completely overhauling how the rank system works. This is everything you need to know. Let's kick off with the Cloak Gauntlets, the new invisibility gauntlet items. If you haven't seen how these work, basically you use them and you gain invisibility for 20 seconds, and then it goes on a 30-second cooldown. You can kind of see players while they're moving around. You have kind of like a blue outline, or if you use the new thermal DMR, the flare guns, or the thermal floppers, you'll also be able to see the player running around. This is looking like an incredibly strong item. I guarantee a lot of people will be carrying this in competitive just to be able to hit dead side rotates. Because it is infinite, you could use them, rotate, box up, and then rotate again. Endgame, this is going to be an absolute nightmare trying to figure out in the chaos of endgame where players are, what's going on. Also, it does have visual audio, so if you want to really sneak up on a player, make sure you are crouching, but this is in competitive. I think a lot of people are confused by the blog post. There is a mythic version of this which keeps you invisible for longer with a shorter cooldown. That is in public matches and ranked, but not in tournaments. But the regular cloaking gauntlets is in competitive. The new mythic gauntlets is not the only mythic being added to the game. We now have a mythic MK Alpha assault rifle. This drops from the same boss. His name is Relic. He's in the new jungle biome. Again, this is not in competitive, but in pubs and ranked, if you take this guy down, you get a mythic MK Alpha and mythic cloaking gauntlets. That is going to be a must-have for pub and arena grinders. As I mentioned in the intro, they have brought back the flare gun as a kind of a way to counter these new invisibility gauntlets. If you get someone with it marked, you will be able to see them through the invisibility. Also, because of them bringing back the flare gun, they've also brought back Tracker's Armory, which was the augment that gave you the Shadow Tracker pistol and the flare gun. The flare gun is also in competitive, but remember, there is no fire in competitive, but it is in pubs and ranked, so I imagine this is going to be very, very annoying to deal with. Also, because of the Tracker's Armory augment, I see a lot of players carrying this into endgame to then pop it to get a guaranteed flare gun they kind of just carry in their back pocket. Especially in endgame with now players being invisible in your tarps, the flare gun endgame is going to be even more important. They have also unvaulted shockwaves, but again, this is only in no build, so if you are a no build ranked grinder or for the upcoming $2 million Saudi land, which will be no builds, that is a fantastic addition. I much prefer the no build meta with bunkers, shield bubbles, and some form of mobility like shockwaves. It just makes it a lot more skillful, a lot more entertaining, so that's a massive W update for no builds, but unfortunately, nothing was added for mobility as far as builds goes. We also got a complete rank reset today along with a ranked overhaul. They've changed the way ranking up works. They've made it more difficult to get to Unreal, and they said that game quality will be better throughout all ranks. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell you whether that's the case because ranked mode is completely broken. Not only are players who were in Unreal last season instantly getting Unreal, even if they come dead last in their first game, also rank just isn't working. People were freezing and they've had to shut down ranks on the first day of rank reset. So I don't know what's going to happen with the players who got a game in and got instantly into Unreal, because that's just going to defeat the whole purpose of what they've just tried to do. They've tried to reset the ranked and make it feel worth it to get to Unreal, but a whole bunch of people just got Unreal in a single game. So I don't know if they're going to reset rank again after this fix. The update's been out now for about 5 hours as of me recording this video, and ranked is still down. So unfortunately, I don't have anything to give you on what they've changed about rank or why it's better, because I can't even test it. One thing I can tell you about rank though, because it was in the blog post, is they are not adding Siphon to rank. They said they are still monitoring whether it will be added, so there is still hope, there is still a chance it gets added in the future, but for right now, there is still no Siphon heal or meds in the game. They also mentioned a couple of other weird updates. They have vaulted chickens and sky jellies. I don't think that'll have a huge impact on the game. They also reduced the population of wolves and boars, but the big one that should have an impact on the game is the frequency of fishing spots has been reduced. There's going to be less fishing holes around the map now. They also added 2 new augments that look quite crazy. You have Mud Warrior. While in mud or covered in it, you'll regenerate health and shield. This will be really, really good for competitive. You could just box up on mud now and just keep getting health and shield, kind of like Bush Warrior used to work. And then SMG extended mag. Your SMGs will have increased magazine size. So with the combat SMG being back in the meta with being the exotic P90, this could cause a lot of issues, and I don't think people will be too happy, as we've seen a lot of complaints about the spray meta already. That's everything in the new update. If you like this video, please chuck a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one.